It's been a while.
Like, what, a year?
I don't know if it's been a whole year.
Okay.
I think we kind of ended in like spring.
Was it spring?
I think it was spring.
Like, what, April, May?
Probably I know we kind of talked a little bit about summer and stuff. So I think we were just maybe
getting into
So May, June. I should have looked back to see.
Yeah.
When our last episode
Well,
aired.
I know it was before June because we had a wedding at the beginning of June. And
That's right. And we were
had
like,
already done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I think May probably was our last. And we had May's always busy too.
It was a busy summer.
It really was. And obviously a busy start of fall. Even though it doesn't feel like kind of today a little fallish.
Well, we got
with
rain.
The rain. Yeah.
Finally, I think they said August was the last time we had any rain.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I felt like this summer
it rained a lot.
Yeah. And I would be like constantly worried for like photo shoots and stuff. And then it was like, okay, well, we could use some rain.
Now we
I
could.
was like sneezing. I just sneeze and sneeze because it's like
so dusty.
Harvest makes it even worse. And yeah.
For allergies.
So I wonder if people were wondering if we were ever going to come back.
I don't know.
Or if we were like, we're done with this podcast. But we're not.
No.
We finally got a date. It took us a minute for us to figure out when we were going to come and record.
Right. That's right.
But we're here, and it's October.
What is it? 21st?
It is October 21st. Yeah.
Do you know that I've been to 3 pumpkin patches, and both times I wore shorts and a t-shirt?
Oh my god!
Or all 3 times?
All 3 times.
Isn't that crazy? That's not a pumpkin patch to me.
No.
I need to be wearing my
like fall
leggings and my Halloween sweatshirts.
I know. I'm wanting, and I've been able to a couple of days, like especially like an evening type thing, where I can wear like jeans or leggings and then like a pretty light, jacket, But I'm like, I'm ready for that.
I'm ready for hoodies and leggings and
yes. Yeah. We went to we've gone a few times this summer and fall to the Quasar drive-in.
Yeah. You go a lot, I think.
Yeah, I think this year we've gone like 4 times. Okay. But just in the past couple of, like we went this past week and we saw Beetlejuice. They did a double feature of Beetlejuice.
Okay.
And then Beetlejuice. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it through Beetlejuice because during Beetlejuice, I was like, I'm already cold.
Yeah.
It really was. I was cracking up because it was only like in the 60s.
Yeah.
But it was windy.
Oh,
so it was like, we were sitting outside, like we had the chairs and all of that. And I was like, I don't know if I can make it. And Tim was like, I knew he wanted to stay. So during the second movie, Gizmo and I just got in the car. And I was like, are you going to come in the car with us? And he's like, no, I'm just going to brave it. So he sat outside. We sat in the car.
I would sit in the car too. I'd be cool.
Yeah, it was chilly. Yeah. And then we went to The Shining. They showed The Shining a couple of weeks ago. And I had to wear a hoodie and I had a blanket.
Yeah.
And that was fine. But I did the hoodie and blanket again like the other day and I was like, I'm so cold. And it's 66 degrees. And Tim, when we were driving back, he's like, and he was chilly too. Yeah. He said,
did you turn on the heat?
We did turn on the heat. And he said, in the when we get those crazy like warm days in
the winter and we think it's so warm.
Yes, and we'll be like wearing shorts and stuff. And now I'm all like, it's so cold. Yep. But it's a fun thing.
Seasons in Nebraska.
I know, but right now it's very pretty in Nebraska. And I don't know, even with all the wind.
Yeah, the leaves are really falling today with the rain. Yeah.
Yeah. I was lucky. I did a photo shoot this past weekend and it was like the colors were, and they were still on. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering, I was like, well, these will be gone pretty soon. So, yeah. So, yeah. There's like that thing where you're like, you ever see where like, it's like a meme, I think, where it's all the leaves and they're like somewhere hidden is like a pile of poop. Pile of dog poop. That's all I think of now. That once the leaves,
once the leaves fall, there's where is
poop
the poop
hiding?
At?
Yes. Well, that wasn't very much Gen X-y stuff.
No,
but now people know where we've been.
Yeah, we've been all over.
Yeah. You went to Colorado. I went to Colorado. Yeah.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
No.
So, talking about Colorado, you went on, and I know the tram thing.
Mm-hmm.
And and what cracked me up the most is I'm all like, oh, were you scared or whatever, you know? And the thing that you were scared most of is when you got up there and there were a bunch of chipmunks.
Yeah.
I was like in heaven with those chipmunks. Oh,
gross.
And I was like, I'm getting peanuts.
Mm-mm.
Did Chuck want to feed them?
No. He didn't, but he didn't care about them. I mean, he didn't care that they were
walking around,
like running over our feet. I was screaming like the whole time.
Were people looking at you?
And the line to go down was so long.
Yeah, it was long.
I was like, get me back down. I don't want to be up here with these stupid things.
Did you not know? I didn't know there were going to be chipmunks up there.
I didn't either.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, there's a chipmunk cafe or whatever. But I still didn't, like, put it together. And then we were walking around. I was like, oh.
There were tons.
There were tons. And they were like, we'd like some lunch, please, or breakfast, whatever time.
They're like, I don't care if you have no food. I'm still going to
come up to you. Maybe you still have food.
Yeah.
They're like almost like little tame.
Yeah.
Ooh. There's so many people up there all the time. I did think that was pretty cool. And I'm glad that we had done it.
Yeah.
Because it was something that when we were at dinner the first night and we were watching it, like we could see it.
See, we go to Colorado all the time, but we've never done the tram because it doesn't run at the time that we always go.
Okay.
And then now they've changed the timing for like weekends now in the fall.
Oh.
So it was on Sunday. It was open Saturday and Sunday. And so we're like, it's open. Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah.
That was a mistake. I mean, the tram ride was fine, but
was that? Yeah. But
the chipmunks were not fine. Nope, not fine at all.
But I guess if the squirrels were coming up to you, you wouldn't like that.
I don't know.
I mean, you like to watch squirrels from
I
the
will
window.
Watch, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I want a squirrel.
I saw a black squirrel the other day.
Did you? In
Lincoln.
Oh, Lincoln, okay.
Yeah. I was like sitting at a light.
Yeah.
And I was in like a neighborhood-ish type kind of area.
Yeah.
And I kind of like turned and I was like, well, hello. Like it was in someone's driveway.
Yeah.
I was like, is that fake? And then it started moving. Yeah. I was like, that's not fake.
I think there was a white one in town a couple years ago.
Oh. I have to say, there is a lot of like going to Valley the other night. I was like, well, we saw a deer. Like we were like, oh, like we had to slam on our, type thing. And then I was like telling Tim, like,
was that by the river?
Slower. Yes.
Yep.
And then once we got past the
river,
it wasn't
those days
that
going
bad.
To work. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't. Yeah. I'd be totally free. I was freaked out the whole way home. But there was a lot of like roadkill.
Yeah.
It was just everywhere. Like Tim was like, oh God, it's there again. It's there again. I was like, yes, let's please not be
that road. Yes. When I used to go into work.
Oh, I bet.
It was, I hated it.
Well, it's so dark.
Yes.
And it's by the river.
Yep.
So yeah, like I was glad the deer was in the ditch type or whatever on the side and it just stopped. Like it kind of was like on the road and then it kind of jumped into the ditch.
Yeah.
And then just kind of watched us go by.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but where are their friends?
Yeah, where are the rest of them?
That's what I was worried about. Bambi and his mom.
Yeah.
So you and I were texting about like, what are we going to talk about today? Yep. And pen pals was one of the things that we like thought of because I don't even know why I don't even know why I thought of this.
I don't either.
I had listened to another podcast about a while ago, and they were talking about how they had this pen pal.
Okay.
And I was like, I remember having. We did that in school. Remember?
Yeah, I do. And was it second grade?
Second or third?
Yeah, I was thinking around that.
But
time.
do you remember? Like, I remember my her name was Stephanie.
Oh.
I remember
my
that.
Gosh.
I don't remember her last name.
Yeah.
But I remember her name was Stephanie.
Oh, I don't know what mine was.
And I don't.
Where was she from?
Like California.
Okay. Did we have did we just write to a class? Or did we write to other people?
It was like an adult.
Oh.
I remember it being like, I don't know how old they were, but it was like an adult.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't remember like what they obviously had to have been like part of some kind of program.
Right.
It wasn't just our teacher.
We didn't just pick an adult on the phone book. We got the phone book out.
And we just were like, and put our
finger. And stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it being an adult. And then maybe who knows? She, as an adult, it could have been like someone in their 20s or whatever. But I remember that.
Oh, I don't remember.
And I only remember a few letters. Like, I don't remember it being
a long time. That we did it for very long.
Yeah. And then I feel like they just sent stuff to the school.
Yeah.
Not like they're sending it to
they didn't take it or they didn't send it to our house. No, it got sent to the school.
Yeah. And then it's like, then you would have time. Maybe it was like a writing class or something that we did learning how to write.
Yeah. Maybe it was 3rd grade. Maybe it was, I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember who our I think it was 2nd grade.
Maybe it was. I should look and see if I can even find any of those.
Yeah, I wonder if they still do that.
Those? Yeah, I don't know. Is that a thing? Do kids?
I don't know. Right?
Is pen pals?
Probably like not nowadays. I mean, because you think about it, like chat rooms are probably the now pen pal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know. Maybe they have chat rooms in schools, where they can.
Where they're like monitored.
Right.
Type
yeah.
thing.
Like a class. They go, like a classroom talks to another classroom.
Right.
Or something like that.
Could be something like that. Where then I'll have to ask, like, are pen pals still a thing?
Yeah, because
if anybody knows that's listening, do you remember your pen pal? Did you have a pen pal? And do you know, like, is that still something they do in school? Because I feel like, I'm wondering if we did it again to learn how to do our penmanship or whatever.
We should
then, like, why else would you have a pen pal in school?
Yeah.
Like, why would that be something you would do in school?
Right. To learn, I think. I think it was to learn about somebody.
Another...
Yeah, in another area of the world or states.
United States, yeah. Okay.
I think that's what
that makes sense. So that's why they were out of state.
Yep.
And then it's like, you don't just run into them.
Hi,
pen pal.
Hi, pen pal.
And then I wouldn't even I'd be all like turning away. Like, that's my pen pal.
I remember, and I'm watching this now, but I remember that the Menendez brothers.
Oh, yeah.
They had pen pals, and they ended up getting married to their pen pals.
Yes.
What?
I know. I feel like a lot of people in jail,
that's
mostly, I think, men that are in jail will get women will be their pen pals, and
so
then
the women just send them to the jail, send letters to the jail.
I think so, and then you form a relationship, and then maybe they have like calls, and then maybe visits depending on where they're from. But I feel like
I just think that's weird.
Well, I think it's a little odd myself,
and then to get married to them when you don't even.
Well, the fact that you know that they're probably never. The Menendez, they might get out.
Yeah,
but you don't know that,
right?
Like when they were
set for life in prison.
Yeah.
So.
And for me, thinking of that,
I'd be like, "Holy shit, they're gonna get out! What am I gonna do?"
I know. I didn't think you were gonna get out, so I thought this was a good idea.
I'm gonna divorce.
But my thing is like, what are you getting out of that?
I don't know.
What do you get out of that? Except like a pen pal. Like you don't have a partner in the sense of like someone that does things with you.
No.
Goes with you, where
and
I
don't like
I'm not
writing.
doing that.
And I don't even like writing anymore. I type it,
Well, yeah.
So type up a letter and
I guess, you type it up.
I probably email now.
Yeah, because I think in jail you can do a lot of things that people don't think you really can or probably should. Because there are certain things where I'm like, wait, you can have that? You have access to that in jail?
Yeah.
Or like prison.
Yeah.
Are you watching the documentary, or are you watching the movie?
I'm watching the series or the monsters.
Yep. That's what Tim and I are watching. Yeah. I think we've watched maybe 4 episodes.
Okay.
Because my whole thing
we're like, I think on 5 or 6.
Okay. Because there's like 8.
8 or 9. Yep. I think 9.
Okay. My whole thing is like, there's a lot of stuff in there. I just this is what I keep saying all the time that we're watching. And I'm like, how did they know that happened?
Yeah, real.
Did that actually happen? Or they just like, they're like, well, we're going to put this in. Because I'm like, how do they know that happened in jail? Like, I don't think they have a book out.
I don't think after jail they did. No, did they? I mean, they have a book because there is a book because I read it.
Yes. But I don't think it's... Well, maybe you tell me this. Is there stuff that's in the book?
That's what Chuck said. I don't remember. I was like in middle school, I think. Freshman, high school, something like when I read it.
Because I'd like to know there's certain things that are happening in the prison that I'm like, how do we really know that's happened? Or is it just...
like the shower scene?
Yes. Right. Tim was like, oh, well, okay. And I was like a little I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, what's going on here? But at least he showered.
Right.
That was
how many days has he gone without showering?
And I want to know, like, was that real? Right. Like, did he really not shower because he was scared of the showers and stuff? I mean, I could see that being a thing.
I could too.
You don't know what, because I mean, didn't Jeffrey Dahmer get murdered in the bathroom? I don't think he was in the shower. He was cleaning. It was like cleaning the bathrooms. That's what his duty was, and he got shanked.
Yeah.
So I'd be kind of worried about all the things that could happen. But yeah, I'm cracking up at the music.
Yes,
because that's another thing. I'm like, do we know that was that their like favorite or something? Because it's like that's all they play.
Yeah.
And did that actually happen? Did they play that at the funeral?
I know. I looked at Chuck and I was like, no way. And he's like, this is effed up. If this is
who was the one that wanted it? Was it Lyle that wanted it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
So then I'm gonna watch the documentary.
I want to watch
after
that too.
Yep.
Yeah. I was almost like, should I have watched the documentary?
I know.
First? But I'm like, we're already in it.
Yep.
So we're gonna watch it.
Watch it. That's why I told him to.
But yeah, I'm if because they're saying that there are like some proof that their accusations about their dad and really their mother and some of like their families even like saying like maybe she knew sexual things that were happening, abuse, and that she wasn't very nice herself. At least they were portraying her as not very
in the
movie. Should they be in jail? I feel like they should have been in jail or prison, but should they be there their whole lives?
Right.
My thing is, those kids could have totally gotten away with it if they would not have done what they did after.
Right.
Like, lay low.
Yeah. And don't tell your therapist that
and don't
killed your parents.
Yeah.
I mean, that was stupid right there. I wouldn't.
Well, and I think he was so distraught.
Right.
Which at least it showed if this is true again. But the therapist I know he was in the trial. He was called. I remember him being on the stand. I don't really remember what was talked about.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. I'm like, okay, I really want to see the documentary just to see all of how this all ties
I would like to watch the
trial.
The trial
again.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'd show that.
I don't know if it's
find
on
it or Court TV should just like
I don't play
at night.
Yeah.
Like, play it.
No.
Because. Yeah.
And on the stuff that they bought.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh.
And them staying at that hotel.
Yeah.
And like you're not ordering grilled cheese and tap water. I'd be like, but I just want grilled cheese and tap water.
But it's good.
It is good.
I like it. I can't wait to hear what they have. What's new.
Right. Right. Like what's
changed.
Yeah. Like how did they know? What's the evidence? Like how do they that didn't come up
during the trial.
Yeah. because I didn't know. Like, when I watched it, I was like, is this like the trial?
Mm-hmm.
When Eric was on the stand and he like was talking about what happened.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of what they did after.
Yeah.
Where they were like going shopping and doing all those things. And it's like, oh, you got caught, or then so now you're going to make up that you were abused.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, well, maybe they really were. Yeah. And it's funny because I think it's almost like millennials are the ones that, because they didn't obviously know about this, and then they heard about it somehow. I don't know if it was through like TikTok or what. And then all of a sudden they were, I
think it was TikTok.
Was it?
I think so.
And then all of a sudden they're
back.
Yeah. And like having the documentaries and having the movie.
And Kim Kardashian has something to do with it too.
Oh yeah, because she does something with that whole innocent thing. Yeah.
So
I mean, they're not innocent. They've said that they did it.
Right.
But yeah. But was there because they couldn't handle what was happening to them?
Yeah. I did not like the shooting scene at all.
Well, they keep like showing it.
I know.
Yeah.
But I like the first one when they were just like
showing them really. But yeah, it was kind of, I was like, okay, because when they were going in, I said to Tim, I'm like, I wonder how gory this is gonna be, because it could be. Just seeing them shooting and not seeing like her put up her hand,
and then they shoot her fingers off. Yes. Oh my god.
Yes.
I was like, tell me when it's over.
I know. I thought it was interesting, and it's like made me want to like re-look into this case too. How they have Dominic Dunn being played in it. Nathan Lane is playing him, and like how that lawyer and that whole thing with his daughter being murdered and stuff. And I think there's there's a documentary or something about her too. I mean, we know how she was murdered and stuff, but how this guy didn't even like go to jail. Like it was like he got off too. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. Like, and I think there's something, but I don't remember where, like what it's called or what's streaming.
Right. Where it's at.
Yeah. But I feel like everything for Menendez is on Netflix.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering what we're talking about,
watch it. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
And if you remember it was 1989.
I know.
That it happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that they've been in jail since like the early 90s. Yeah. By the time it went
to trial and
and here they thought like their life was just gonna be
great.
They're gonna have this inheritance, and that's my thing too. I haven't gotten, and I don't. Maybe they tell us in another episode of like, did they really get that inheritance, or was something fishy about that? But I don't want to spoil anything either. No. But I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. We haven't gotten to that
through, and Well, talking a little, we've kind of talked about this before, but there is and it's another murder case. There is an update on the murder that happened here in Wahoo.
Yes.
It's a very like short, not much, but it's a big one.
Yeah.
So Mary Kay Hesse was murdered 1969?
Yes, I think so.
I was going to say it, and then I was like, is that right?
I think my mom was a senior that year, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would have been... So 1969, and that case it's the
cold
oldest cold case. And just a few weeks ago, they exhumed her body. And the only thing that's been said from like the police and whoever in charge is that they have
some kind of evidence or something
to like look, and
but they haven't said anything else.
No. So I don't know.
Dun dun dun.
I know. It'll be interesting to see, like, because I know that all takes time,
right?
And I mean, getting all
especially that long ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But they must know. They must have
some kind of something. They have something.
They have to have something to
do all
of that, especially this late in the game, in the sense.
All right.
So, yeah. Well, going from murders, let's do, we will maybe pep it up a little bit. We have our segment of show and tell.
Yes.
I feel like we should do that. You had mentioned it, and I was like, that's right. We do have some show and tell that we had some people write in, fill out the form, and so we
still have that up?
We do. Okay. I probably should put it up. I think it's in like the pinned post or whatever, but I probably should reshare it so that
people can do it.
Yeah, remind you to do it again. But we are going to learn a little bit about Laura.
Okay.
And you probably know all of this, but
I don't know. We'll see.
I'll have to see if you're going to be. I want to see if you're going to be like, really?
Okay. I don't even remember the question, so
I don't really either.
Okay.
But so, what year was Laura born? Do you know this? She's born the same year.
71.
72.
Oh,
she's gonna be mad at you for that.
Okay. Oops. I have to do my math, and I'm terrible at math. Okay.
I know it's always that thing where I'm like, I'm this age.
Yep.
So Laura's favorite 80s movie, and then I put list as many as you want.
Oh, jeez.
So she has Caddyshack.
Okay.
The Karate Kid.
Okay.
The Outsiders and The Goonies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised about the Outsiders, maybe.
I would have thought she would have had American Anthem. I think that's what it is, with the gymnast. Because she had, and I can't think of his name, but she had his poster on her wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Yep. I'm sure it's called American Anthem.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Well, Laura, did you forget?
She must have forgotten.
Do you want to take a guess on what favorite 80s song? She only put one.
Okay. 80s song. Is it some by Rick Springfield?
It is.
Okay. I don't know.
It's Jesse's Girl.
Oh, okay. I knew it had to be something by him.
By him, yes. So her favorite 90s movies, she listed Toy Story and Forrest Gump. It kills me that Toy Story is a 90s movie when they still are making them.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
what is this? Toy Story 5?
I think it's more than that.
Or, yeah.
Toy Story 35.
Yeah.
And Forrest.
Yeah, I love Forrest Gump.
I do too. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Do you want to take it? She put one song for 90s. Do you want to try that one?
I have no idea.
Okay. It is, and you're probably gonna be like, huh? Love of a Lifetime.
Oh, that was their wedding song.
Did she put that in parentheses?
Oh, geez, yeah. I should have known that. Okay.
The fact that you remember that was their wedding song. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good sister. I don't know if I'd remember my
You don't think so?
Siblings.
You probably would.
Nah. What was your wedding song?
I don't even know. I don't even remember.
You don't remember your own?
I
don't remember.
When you say nothing at all.
Well, I sang that one. Did you dance to that one?
You didn't sing that one, did you?
I think I did.
Then yeah, we danced to that one too, I think.
I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, we danced to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you did sing that one.
I think I did. And what I remember about...
Jesus, I don't even remember my wedding.
I remember about your wedding. This cracked me up. It was the rehearsal part.
Okay.
And everybody was downstairs. Like, it was like after the rehearsal.
Right.
And then I was going to practice, like, singing. And everybody was downstairs. And you were like, turn the microphone off. Because people could hear downstairs, and you were like, in case you swear when you're practicing.
Oh, I don't care if you swear, but I suppose the pastor.
Maybe the pastor. Yeah, you probably were more worried about.
Probably.
Like, yeah, and maybe
because he
grandma.
was like a. Oh, I don't. My grandma probably wouldn't care. She probably would have said, "Oh, Kate." Oh, that Kate. That's what she would have said. Oh, that Kate.
So going back to Laura, her favorite 80s TV shows. She has listed a couple of them. Can you think of any?
Oh, no. I wouldn't know.
Was this in the 80s? The Simpsons? Did they start in the 80s? They must have.
Oh, I think
they
so.
Probably
yeah,
did.
I think so.
Again, I think I really got into more of the Simpsons in the 90s. That's why I'm like, but yeah, they would have. But I'm like, oh yeah, I am old. So yeah, it would have been 80s. And then she said, in any sitcom like Growing Pains or Family Ties.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I loved Growing Pains.
Yeah. I like Family Ties.
Did you like
too?
Family?
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll find that on.
Yeah.
Like those shows, those channels, and it'll just be the Family Ties channel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I can just have that on.
Watch it.
Yes. Favorite 90s TV shows. She has 2 listed.
No clue.
Beverly Hills 90210 and Party of 5.
Oh, yeah, I like those.
And Party of 5, that was so good.
I like Party of 5.
Yeah. And I did watch Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I did too.
Sometimes I'm like, should I admit that? But it was good.
I did.
It was good. Yeah. I would record it and everything.
Yeah.
Favorite toys that you had as a child?
No clue.
I was reading what she wrote.
Oh my gosh.
I had a favorite baby doll.
And I cut
Lana cut her hair. I like that you knew right as I was saying it.
I did. I cut its hair all off.
Oh.
And hid it.
And I hid
the
Did you hide it because you were like, oh shit?
Yeah.
Why'd you cut its hair off?
I don't know. I don't know if I was
magically gonna grow back.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't very old, I don't think. I mean, I don't know how I got scissors or anything.
Right.
I barely remember doing it.
Oh, how funny.
So,
That's
yeah,
funny.
unless I did have the hair all over the place. I don't know. Can't remember. My mom would remember. No.
Did not?
I don't think so.
Laura still remembers.
She's scarred.
She is. What was Laura's first celebrity crush?
Rick Springfield.
Yes. Favorite place to go in the 80s and 90s? She liked to go in the 80s was the swimming pool or skating rink.
Oh, yeah.
And then 90s was hanging out at friends' houses. I mean, where else were we going to hang out in the 90s? There was nowhere.
Was there a skating rink? When did that burn down?
It was 80s.
Was it 80s?
Because we were in grade school when that burned down. I think we were in like 3rd grade.
Were we?
3rd or 4th grade. Yeah. Because I never got to really do the bowling alley. Like my brother would always bowl.
I bowled all the time.
I never really did that. Oh. And then, because my parents weren't like into that.
They weren't bowlers?
No, Kirk would go with like Aunt Peg.
Yeah.
But I did the skating.
Well, I did the skating too, but I bowled on Saturday mornings.
Oh, like were you in a league?
I don't know if it was a league. I think so.
Did you get a trophy?
Yeah, I got trophies.
A bowling trophy?
Yeah, I think so.
How come I don't know this about you?
There was another boy in our class that did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who? Say the first name.
Ryan.
Oh, I probably know the Ryan that you're talking about. Really? I mean, Kirk was in little like leagues.
I mean, I don't know if it was a league or if it was just a Saturday morning thing or what.
Club.
But yeah, a club.
Well, it had to be something if you got trophies.
Sure, yeah, because I mean, we got little like prizes and stuff. Because
what?
Yeah, because Ryan won the big prize, the bicycle.
Was it a Schwinn?
No, I don't think so. I think it was I don't know what it was.
Well, yeah. I did not know this. Huh.
Yeah.
I did dance on Saturday mornings, so that's why I would get driven to David City.
No, I would get driven down to the bowling alley.
So that's probably why I didn't know about bowling. I should have bowled.
Friday nights I would skate, and Saturday mornings I would bowl.
It is sad we don't have that. I wish we still had that.
Well, I don't think I would skate.
Oh, I wouldn't skate either. There was, when I lived in Milwaukee and in New York, I could go to ice skating.
Oh, yeah, I want to do
but
that.
I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. I liked watching it.
Yeah.
But I like watching people, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm not.
No,
I'm just going to be like literally on my butt the entire time.
I can barely walk on ice, so skating? I don't think so.
I feel like if we would have still had something here that we could have done, like roller skating as we got older. Not that, I mean, there were high schoolers that still went down to the skating rink, but I feel like if we, but it's like, I mean, I stopped skating, probably roller skating basically after the bowling alley
burnt down. I
so.
think I went once to Fremont and I was thinking maybe a couple times to Omaha, but that was it. I mean, I even had my own skates.
Did you ever own bowling ball?
No.
Really? You were in a league and you didn't have your own bowling ball that said Lana?
I wish.
Kirk has one. It's like it's a little blue ball.
Oh.
And it says Kirk on it, and I use it for the Christmas display. But it's like, like the little teeny finger, like for the little fingers. It's little kid fingers.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh look, it's a blue ball. It's a bowling ball. So that was it. I on the thing and said, is there anything else you'd like to tell us? And she said no.
No. Everybody just left that blank.
Yeah. I don't know if I have that where you. Oh no, I do.
Oh,
I have it where you have to.
Okay.
Write something. I was like, do I have that? Yeah. So she had to say something.
Okay.
I should make that where if you don't want to, you don't have to be like, no, thank you. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Learned a little bit. There was I was like, oh, well, who was I was going to ask you this. Who was your favorite celebrity crush?
Was it what?
Just your first celebrity crush. Do you remember?
Why? I don't know. I put it on. I did one of those.
Oh, you did?
But who did I put?
I don't remember.
Because it could have been between. I don't know.
Here, let me look.
Was it Patrick Swayze? Did I put that?
Am I in the right? No, 80, 85. That's your email. It says Elizabeth Shue.
What? That's Chuck. That's Chuck.
Oh my God. That's why I was like, am I in the right one? Was it that dance and that babysitter movie? Oh my God, that's funny.
No, that's not me.
Oh.
I don't like Elizabeth Shue even.
What's funny because his is under your email.
Really?
Oh wait, yeah, because isn't with the Beamer, or is that Chuck?
No, that's his.
Oh, I thought that. Okay, so that was Chuck. Yours, I see that I saw his name, but it was. Oh, you have. You have Patrick Swayze.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like mine is probably like one of the Coreys.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't like them.
Haim. I didn't really like Corey Feldman as much, but like Corey Haim, I was like,
yeah. Or Rob Lowe would have been one of mine.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's still. There's a show.
Oh yes, we watched that.
I love that show.
Oh my God.
I try to play it, and I was like, if I was on that show, I wouldn't know anything.
Yeah.
I'd be literally just like staring.
Yeah.
I would totally just go blank.
Yeah.
But I do like watching it.
And he's got a show. Was it on Netflix? Also, like a
scripted show.
Yep,
yes. Yep. I did see that he had that,
and we watched that too. Yeah.
Yeah, he is good looking.
Yep, he is still.
Yeah. He's done well.
Yes, he has. I don't know if he's had work done or not, but
yeah, I don't know if he has. It's done well.
Yes,
like or people where you're like, oh,
they get
why didn't you just
saggy or deformed?
Yeah, you're like your nose is not
right. No.
Yeah, like one nostril now doesn't open.
Yep, and you've had so much plastic. It's like half your face is, yes, saggy and and they can't fix it.
No. I feel like there's been celebrities that have done that I'm like, you are so pretty.
Yeah.
Meg Ryan is one.
Yes.
I'm like, you are so pretty. And now like her mouth is like weird.
Yeah.
There's others too.
And there's some that don't even look like themselves.
No.
At all.
No. And it's like, and I don't know if it's something that they just have where they don't see what we saw.
Right.
But I'm like, you were doing well in the sense of work, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
But
I can't think of anybody else, but I know that there's others and I'm like, oh, you were so pretty or whatever. Yeah. But wow.
Yeah.
That was a good start of the I don't know if we saw fall season. Yeah. We're kind of like into it's like all the TV channels coming back with their fall premieres.
Yeah.
This is our fall premiere.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can maybe save some of those other show and tells. Maybe we'll do a couple next time and then we'll get some more.
Yeah.
Maybe, hopefully we'll
send
get some
them
more
in. They're fun.
Yeah, they are fun. It's fun to learn about what people say.
Yeah.
And now that I know that Lana's first crush was Elizabeth Shue.
No.
Well, Lana.
All right. Kate.
If there's an episode that you want to, like a topic or anything that you guys want us to talk about, let us know. We'd love to get some inspiration. All right, Lana.
Thanks for listening.
Yes. Thanks for talking. See you on the flip side.